I want to talk a bit about yesterday's events in Gyakanja. The first thing I want to do is talk about the police and how the police acted yesterday. At this moment in time, I've actually just done a formal complaint to the Cabinet Secretary for Interior, Dr. Matiangi, copied it to the PS and to the Regional Commissioner and the County Commissioner here and the Deputy County Commissioner. Because yesterday what I saw the police doing was completely wrong. We have seen videos of the local area member of County Assembly beating up people very, very badly. We have seen him beating them up and giving them to the police to arrest. And nothing happened to him. We've also seen a situation, and personally I had an experience where, as far as I'm concerned, it looks like I was being set up to get beaten up by a gang of people. Because as I was coming to Gyakanja yesterday, I called the OCPD, Mr. Courier, and I told him that I understood there was a bunch of armed young men with crude weapons at Gyakanja who were swearing that I would not pass. And he assured me that he had sent the police to disperse that crowd and that I could actually proceed. When I got there were no police. The crowd was there. They were actually, they would have stoned my car very easily. We had to literally force our way through. And it was only after we had passed that we had police dispersing that crowd, meaning that they actually knew the crowd had been there. And that crowd had been there for a very long time. And as far as I'm concerned, personally, I feel as if the police yesterday had taken a political position, and they had decided that they were going to protect the people who were called Tanga who had come. It was very unfortunate because it was my constituency. I had an official invitation from the church to come for that Harambee, and actually came and contributed what I had come to contribute. But the police were clearly, earlier in the day, I had been informed that the OCPD was at the gate with the area MCA. They are the ones who are deciding who was going. The area MCA was deciding who was going to come in and who was not going to come in, and then the police would stop you if you were not supposed to be allowed in. What I saw, and personally, now for me, the first thing I have a problem with is looking like I got set up so that I could be injured and have my car damaged by that gang of people who were hanging out at Gyakanja. And the fact that I had talked to the OCPD, and this is something I'm saying publicly, I told him there was a gang of people over there. They were threatening that they're not going to allow me to pass. And he told me that he has sent police officers there to go and disperse the crowd. And I found them. I found that crowd there, and there were no officers. So as far as I'm concerned, I think I was getting set up for some reason. Secondly, there has been a concerted effort to try and portray us, to portray me and my supporters as being violent. Yesterday, what we saw was one-sided violence that was being basically accommodated by the police. We have seen people getting really beaten up and then getting arrested. Some of them were charged this morning. We tried to get help the families to get bail for them yesterday. The police refused. So you feel as if there was a plan that was afoot. The amount of effort, the amount of confidence that the people who were beating up my supporters had yesterday was a kind of confidence that makes us think that they knew nothing was going to happen to them. And one of the things I'd like to speak about specifically, the area member of the County Assembly, one Samuel Kariuki, we have seen clips of him beating up at least 3 different people. One young man who I think he's somewhere, I think you will meet him, was beaten up so badly he had to go to the police. He had to go to the hospital yesterday. He went and made a statement. This MCA has not been arrested. In fact, now what is shocking me, I have just been made to understand that the Speaker of the County Assembly arranged for him to leave the country last night. So I'm asking myself, this is somebody we know committed a crime. This is somebody we saw committing a crime. The police didn't arrest him. They actually allowed him to leave the country. Right? And they can't tell me they don't know him. The OCPD was standing with him at the gate. They know each other very well. So as far as I'm concerned, the police seem to have given him a way out to just disappear. I don't know what they think is going to happen when he's away, because he is on record, he's on camera assaulting a young man very seriously. Maybe they're thinking they're going to get that young man and buy him off so that he can drop the charges by the time he comes back. But I cannot understand. In fact, we live in a country where county assembly members are not supposed to be leaving the country for anything. So what is it? How is it that Deputy Speaker left the country to go where? To do what? And I will be asking the EACC to actually investigate this travel of the Deputy Speaker of Nyeri that seems to have been generated and created to allow him to escape arrest. So is the Speaker of the Nyeri County Assembly telling us that he condones what happened? what his deputy speaker did, to the point that he can actually arrange for him to escape out of the country so that he doesn't get arrested. And why? And how is it possible that he is able to create a trip on a Sunday and get the guy to travel out of the country? What are these guys telling us? Is this how county assemblies are running the budget? This is the money of the people of Nyeri County that has been used to help the deputy speaker to escape arrest. You know, for me, that conspiracy of the county assembly, of the speaker, the conspiracy of the OCPD here, just the way the kind of environment I saw yesterday when I got to Yakanja, you get the feeling that I don't know what they expected was going to happen. I think the idea was that my people would react to the provocation that was going on, so that then there would be violence, then we would be blamed for it. And I keep getting that feeling just from watching what happened after that. The speeches that were being made, I had the county women rep saying that we interrupted her event. And I was laughing. I was seated in that event and I'm thinking, how did we interrupt your event? I am here. We are all here. How would she say that event began and ended without any interference? So when she stands in a podium and says that we interrupted her event, what is she talking about? I get the impression that is what they wanted to happen. Moses Kuria had sent out a tweet alert, which he actually referred to during the event and as he was making his political speeches, saying the way they had arranged to make sure that anybody who tried to interfere with that particular event would be dealt with. You know, and he was just telling the PS and the CS of Interior to protect those who might want to interfere, because they themselves had made arrangements to make sure they're sorted out. So I asked myself, the thing that we saw Kariuki doing yesterday, is that the arrangement that they had made? Is that the arrangement that Moses Kuria was talking about? That they had gotten people, paid them to beat up people. There was a gang of people walking around with sticks, beating up people in front of police officers. None of them got arrested. In fact, the people who were beaten are the ones who are taken to court today. So I am extremely disappointed, and I'm going to push this issue to its logical conclusion. As far as I'm concerned, one of the things I have asked the CS is to change the entire Nyeri town police command, right from the top, because we cannot have people who take political positions. I do not want to imagine that they got paid to do these things. I just want to believe that it was a political position that they took. But we can't have police officers taking political positions. Because if police officers take political positions, now if yesterday they were here because they are Tangatanga, they were supporting the Tangatanga place, what's going to happen to us who don't agree with the deputy president? Are we being told that we cannot be safe? If they can actually allow an environment to happen that could hurt and harm the area member of parliament, what are they telling the people of Nyeri? They are going to be arranging how are we going to be safe? The kind of crimes we hear in this town now makes me wonder whether it is actually them refusing to do their work.